We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport. Welcome to the Jon and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We're thrilled you guys are here. We've got a great show. It's like the family episode. We've got Elisa Wallace in. We're excited. So let's check in with Horse Trailer Pros, and we'll be right back. Want to advertise on the Jon and Rick Show? Contact Jon at 352-875-8622.
Or call Rick at 850-879-2649.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Welcome to the Jon and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We are in the Horse Trailer Pros studio, Jon.
It's good to be in the studio again. I love doing it on Zoom, but it is nice to be
It is nice.
here.
I get to see you.
Yeah.
You're hot off of a job just recently. We'll talk about that.
Right.
This is season 6, episode 17. We're in September.
I know, the year's going fast, man.
Yeah, it's Labor Day week.
Yep.
And we're going to be airing as Burley starts.
Yes.
So we have some Burley talking to do, right?
Yeah.
We have some girl named Elisa Wallace coming on.
Elisa.
Yeah,
Is
Elisa.
is it Elisa?
I know, but I like to do that all because it's funny. Because they can't get her name right.
Right, right.
So tell us, let's talk about the American Eventing Championships, because those were held in California.
Yeah.
You and Frankie
Terriot.
Terriot.
Yes.
I like to say Thoreau.
I know you do, but it's
Because
not.
Charlize Theron, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Nope.
You and her had commentating jobs together.
Yeah.
How did that work?
It was good. When you do it, you want it to seem as though you're there.
You're not stuttering?
But we were not there. We
Right.
were doing it remote. So it actually works exactly the same way. Like we talked with Spencer about a couple shows ago. You're still looking at a screen. And when you're there in person, you're still looking at a screen.
Right.
Things that make it a little more challenging, though, you don't get to walk the course.
Right.
And because of that, you talk to people, you get the maps, with technology, like through the Course Walk app, you can see all the jumps.
But still, there's something about foot.
But when you're there and you can see it is a little bit easier to do. And the other thing is, for Frankie and I,
Miss Terriot.
yes, good job. It's like when you can see each other, you don't step over each other so much. So like, I kept finding I would talk over her when she's still going, or I would finish, she would think I was done, and then I wasn't quite done, and then she would, so you struggle a little bit with that when you're doing it remote and you're not looking at each other.
Yeah, that would be, I could see where that'd be tough, because you can't see each other.
Right.
Right? Yeah, that would be rough.
But you deal with that part of it, and then
You could have done your phones.
we did for a little bit on
you do
FaceTime.
that?
It didn't really work
help.
so great.
Yeah.
But in general, it was a ton of fun. I thought they put on a really good event. The cross-country courses were great. Clayton designed the tracks.
Right.
And he did a good job. They were, from watching, it was definitely up to standard. There was plenty to do out there. It was influential. There were some frangibles that got activated that affected the scores. A couple flags that were, well, I guess one flag in the advance that was questioned that was okay. So like there was a lot of action, a lot of stuff going on. So it was cool. Like it was very good. I thought the show jumping was a nice track. It was interesting. It's, they're always trying to have different tracks. And so I had never really seen it done. Like I'm sure it's been done before, but I hadn't seen it done this way. William Robertson designed the show jump courses, and I thought they were, again, good tracks from everything I could see from watching it. But I thought the intermediate track was so much more difficult because you had to jump the most influential section for the intermediate. You had to jump at the end of the ring, sort of across the short end, a Liverpool, and then it was 8 strides on a bend to the triple combination. And if you didn't get in straight to the triple combination, you were guaranteed minimum 1, probably 2 down in the triple.
Wow.
And it was really hard to get horses in straight. So for the advanced, it was turned around the other way. You got
the triple to a bending 8.
Yeah, you got a much better shot in.
Right.
And they did jump the triple better. But the other side, they rode early next to the VIP tent. And I think that was a little distracting. And then I was told after the fact that actually the sunlight was a huge factor for the advance because they jumped at 6 o'clock their time.
Right.
So the light ended up being a little bit of a factor for them in that advanced division as well. So it was funny. Frankie and I were going on about how, oh, this advanced is like it's going to be so much easier. I think we're going to have a bunch of clear rounds. And all the rails fell down because the sun was in everybody's eyes. And I was like, oh, we look like geniuses right now.
Well, you never know, right? Until they start going. You can call it for the course what it is, and then there's outside influences on it.
Yep.
Well, I know that it was at Galway.
Yep.
And that there's not that many in the advanced, but still it was a good advanced team out there. I think Tommy won it.
And that horse, that's me, Z.
He's not that old.
He's 8 years old. He is incredible. He smoked around that cross country. He was unreal, and then came out, and I think he had 2 down in the show jumping, but honestly, it was one of the better rounds.
Right.
And really did an awesome job the whole way around. Like that is a special horse right now, and assuming everything stays on track, and obviously always like if they stay sound, if they do this, if they do that, that horse should be a superstar. Like if we're not in 4 years saying that's one of the top 3 horses in the country, I'd be shocked.
Wow, well, that's a good. Well, listen here. We're going to see if you're right.
I'm always right.
I didn't get to watch, unfortunately. It was a lot going on for us on the weekend, but I'm sure you did a great job.
I did an awesome. I was amazing. Frankie was amazing as well.
Good.
Yeah. So
well, excellent. So that's checked off the list. You also were here all weekend working and doing stuff as you were doing your side job.
Yep.
And then we're preparing for this. So Burley's coming up.
Yep.
Exciting.
It is exciting.
We started watching last year's Burley just to get warmed up. We also watched the course walk with Derek, not Eric. We have Derek. We got Derek DeGrazia. And it was interesting. The one thing that I could say about their course walks when they do them is they're not fully prepped. Like the jumps
they're not totally decorated.
Completely done.
Yep.
So sometimes you kind of go through the course walk, and Derek's really good about going, and this will be brushed.
Right.
So it's going to look a lot different, right? And how many horses in the field?
So I'm trying to pull it all up right now.
You're so good.
Well, I'm not, because I didn't do it ahead of time because we're super organized.
No, that's all right. Of course, our lovely Lucinda Green will be there with Spencer, I believe, doing the commentating. So it's always exciting to listen to them. And I'm excited for this year. I know that the European Championships are coming up after at Blenheim. So it'll be interesting, the separation of Burley and Europeans, right?
Yep.
So
I'm now in a wedding.
You're at a wedding.
A wedding site. What is going on?
That's all right. We can move on through the list. Can you pull it up while we keep talking?
Yeah, that'd be great. We need somebody better at technology than me.
That way you can give your input on at least Burley.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I might have it. You keep talking.
Okay. Well, so Burley, I would say Burley is one of my favorite of the 5 stars. Not to be favoritism to Kentucky, which is amazing, and Maryland, which is in the United States. But Burley has that flair as being one of the hardest in the world,
Yep.
and it just has that stamp, right? You have badminton, Burley. I gravitate toward Burley.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you talk about the toughest cross-country courses in the world, it seems to be the one that has consensus as like that is the course. And I think the only one property-wise where you could maybe say, could it at some point compare
Maryland.
would be Maryland.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough that I did get to ride Burley one time, not terribly well.
But you got to ride
but
it.
I got to ride it, and it was
And you're not done.
unreal. Well, not yet, no.
So
So yeah, so we've got the entry list here, and we're just gonna, I think we just kind of look through here. We
do you need glasses?
I should have brought them, but fortunately it's big font. So American, we got Grace Taylor there.
Yep. Again, on the same horse that she's done her last
Yep, game changer.
game changer.
We've got Cassie Sanger there on Redfield Fire. We're super prepared for this, everybody. But this is good.
That's
is like
U.S.
The real
U.S.
thing.
riders, Grace. Grace is based over there. Ann
That's
Taylor's, Ann Hardaway's daughter.
Yep.
Ben and Neil Taylor's sister.
Yep.
Who are here in the United States as well. We have Cassie, who is over there with Ross.
Yep.
Ross Cantor has now announced that she is pregnant, and I think I kind of had the idea before Cassie left. She might have slipped it out a little bit before she left about it, but congratulations to Ross, and we're excited about her impending
But she is still riding.
child. Yes,
Yeah.
she is, but
'Cause
she's not doing the
favored.
Europeans.
She's favored to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Burley's going to be her last one. She's not doing the Europe. She bowed out of the Europeans, I guess.
Right.
Maybe that was on the week schedule of pregnancy that she didn't want to ride past.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. So who have you looked at the list?
I have not.
Do you want to look at the list? Take a look here.
Yep,
It's
yep.
going to be a cheating because this is the Equa ratings
Okay.
stuff.
All right.
And it's going to tell you, and then I want you to pick out your winner, and then I'll pick out my winner.
Okay. So we have Rosalind Cantor, Oliver Townend, Emily King, Tim Price, Harry Mead, Austin O'Connor, love Austin in Colorado Blue, Harry Mead, Laura Collette, Christopher Waller,
Yeah. I think it's Christoph Waller, isn't it?
Christoph Waller, Samantha Lissington.
I shouldn't have Rick reading.
I'm doing really well. Gaspard Maxud,
I can't guarantee that you're doing well because
Piggy March, Max Warburton, Felix Vogue, Joseph Murphy, David Doyle, Katie Merricky.
it's David Dole, by the way.
David Dole, I said that.
You said Doyle.
Dole. David, I know it's Dole. There's a big list.
Yeah.
A big list.
Yep.
Okay, so just looking down, doing what you asked me to do, I'm going to go, are we doing top three?
Sure.
All right. Ross Cantor, Austin O'Connor, and Harry Mead.
Okay. All right. All right. I am going to say Harry Mead.
I just didn't put them in order either, by the way. I said top three.
Now, I want to
Any
see
order.
something here before I tell you with Harry.
Which horse it is?
Or what the order is.
He's
Yeah.
probably first to go. He always is. Is he?
Yeah, he is first because he's got 3 there. So I got to pick the right horse.
Oh, yeah, that would be smart of me too.
Yeah, well, I'm smart. I'm wicked smart. Okay, so I'm going to say that he wins on the, now I'm going to mess up a name.
That's okay.
Anagmore Valinar, because that appears to be a second one that he's running. And I'm
And
going
you
to
always
say,
think he puts his second horse.
well, they say it's a draws, but I'm going to say like the first one, he's going to be quick because he's always quick. Second one, he'll be quick. And if it's a rainy day, by the time the third one goes, anything could happen. Maybe he has to go a little slower if I don't know what the weather's
Look at
going to
you.
be like, right?
Okay.
So I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to just say Harry Mead.
But, okay, fine, all right. So Harry Mead wins. I think Emily King gets it done and comes in second.
Wait, what's the horses she has?
Valmy Biatz.
Okay.
And Ross Cantor is third.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Gotcha.
Gruffalo, of course. I mean, come on. Right?
Why are you staring at me like that?
I didn't know she had another one there.
Neither did I. Why'd you say which horse?
I want to know which one she was.
Well, she also has the other one that.
Okay, you confused. Now I'm looking. No, she has one horse there.
I know, but the second horse.
Why you try to make me look dumb on my own podcast?
The second one she just won with.
Was it a long or?
It was a short. She just won with it. Idea. She had a run out last year with that horse at Burley.
I mean,
Not that horse.
right? No, I mean you got to think Gruffalo. I mean, realistically, I'm probably an idiot for not choosing Gruffalo to win.
I picked him
but
to win.
I'm just trying to pick something different than you, so that way.
I picked him to win. Harry second, and Austin. He's got such good statistics.
I know Austin's amazing.
I'm going to go with Austin. He loved. I mean, they all love their horses, but there's just something about Austin and that horse.
Yeah, agreed.
So we got it. The top three. So it's going to be exciting. You're going to follow it.
So
on real time.
I'm teaching a clinic this weekend up in Minnesota, so it'll be a little bit. I mean, yes, I'll be following it, but I won't be able to watch it. Hopefully, I'll watch it in the evenings. I'll at least hit the highlights of it.
Yeah, we get up really early and put it on the TV
Right.
while we have our coffee in bed and watch it.
Yeah, we'll just
Then we move downstairs.
right.
If it's cross country day.
If I'm
Dressage,
home-
we're kind of still going in and out.
Yeah, if I'm home, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Probably what we'll end up doing, and again, then we leave for try-on. So I'd love to say we'll probably like watch it on Monday evening or something, but we may not get a chance to do it till after try-on.
So, back up. Where's your clinic?
Minnesota.
So it should be cool there by now without the fall. I mean, what they having smoke issues up there?
There might have been, because I know northern Wisconsin was where my mom
Yeah,
was.
because Dennis Mitchell. We saw Dennis. He went up to Minnesota, but they're having air quality problems.
Right.
But so
That's been going on for a while. We had that at Bromont in June.
Yeah, I know. That's why you had that one
The
leg
section got taken off
out,
in the 4-star, yeah.
which Elisa was super happy about.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, Tryon. Who are you taking Tryon?
Just got the two there. Got Zelda and Kurt going.
And both doing the 3 short. Ultimately, they're.
I'm not sure what Zelda's going to do there yet.
We were going to.
I don't
do
want
the
to jinx anything.
We were going to do the 4 short. We moved down to intermediate.
Right.
Just because we have same things going on. You didn't quite get to where you think you're going to get.
Right.
So we're going to do the intermediate there. But whatever you're doing, we'll be there together.
Yes. Yes.
That'll
No,
be
I'm
fun.
doing exciting things there. I just don't.
Know what?
Right.
Are you
Yeah.
commentating?
No, I'm not commentating. I'm riding.
just
I'm riding
concentrating.
2 horses. I'm focusing on that. I've got the kids coming. I've got students there. It's going to be a fun week.
Good. Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
It's just going to be, we're going to be Elisa-less.
What?
Yep. She's doing Stable View, which we are not doing.
Right. Yeah.
And we just felt Stable View is too close to Morven
Right.
for us.
Right. So
Other
is this
people-
your last run before Morven then?
It'll be the first run since Rebecca,
Yeah.
last run before Morven.
All right, that's
Seems
cool.
to be
Whatever.
the way to do it.
Boom. Get it.
Yeah, we're excited. So let's talk about Morven real quick before we move anywhere else.
Yep.
Burley's going on. Morven is the U.S. Equestrian Eventing Finals.
Open final.
Open Finals.
Yeah. U.S. Equestrian Open
Finals
final for eventing. Or
Which
whatever.
has started at Morven last year, accumulates all the way back to Morven again.
Yep.
They have 2 classifications. They have ongoing, if you win first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, you get points that accumulate
Yep.
to an overall winner before Morven when you start to enter Morven.
Yeah, and I think it has to be in the open classes though, right? In the other 4 short classes, doesn't it? I think you get points.
Yes,
from
in the
other-
open 4 shorts.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't qualify off an advanced horse trial.
No, it's all 4 shorts.
Yeah.
And that's where your points come from.
Right.
And then the second part, which it took me a while to understand, but I figured it out.
The buy-in.
No, not the buy-in.
Okay.
There's another point system in which they take your 3 scores from your 3 4 shorts, or
Your best 3.
Best 3, and you have to have a 4 long to have 3 scores. So if you don't do a 4 long in that year, then you only have 2 scores that count,
Okay.
and then 1 score that counts to qualify. Briggs has done 3, so he's in 24th out of 70.
Okay.
And the reason is he has 3 scores, and it doesn't matter if it's an MER or not.
Okay.
So he got a 69 at Kentucky, then they do they accumulate all the your final scores, and then you got a total score. Lowest score is going to be in first.
Right.
The higher the scores, then the further down. And it goes tier 3, tier 2, tier 1. That's how they do it all. And then they're going to do reverse order of go for dressage.
That's cool.
So the lowest ranked person goes first in dressage. The highest placed ranked person goes last.
And that final is the long, correct?
Correct.
That is the long class is the final.
Correct. And I just saw Elisa Wallace pull in.
Perfect. Well, let's take a break.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with Elisa Wallace.
She'll love it. Equa Brew, now available in the USA. It's a live probiotic that you feed daily to your horses. The live microbes go into your horse's gut and cleans up the gut wall, creating a healthy gut system.
Equa Brew is an essential part of my feeding program. My horses love to eat it, and it does a really good job of promoting gut health and also good behavior and great performances.
It's something I recommend for all of your horses, no matter what they do in their careers.
It's so affordable, I can use it on all of my horses in the barn, not just my top horses.
Order Equa Brew today by going to brickfieldnutrition.com or calling 850-879-2649.
If you're in the horse world, you need to have a good lawyer. Whatever the size of your business, having the best legal support is paramount. Rick and I use our friend and attorney, Yvonne Okrant. She's a partner at Hinshaw & Culberson LLP, which is a national law firm with over 450 attorneys. She's been at this for over 24 years and is licensed in Illinois, Florida, and Wisconsin. Yvonne can help you with contracts for horse purchases, sales and leases, as well as equine activity liability, releases, and training and boarding contracts for individuals and entities. If you need help with a syndicate, she's done over 350 contracts and operating agreements for sport horses in all 3 disciplines. Whatever your legal need is, Yvonne can assist you. Call her at 312-704-3080 or email at yokrant@hinshawlaw.com. So we just told you all about Yvonne Okrant and wanted to just remind you guys to give her a call if you have any legal needs involving anything in the equine industry. Make sure you use the promo code HORSELAW. That's going to get you a free initial consultation. Again, remember that promo code HORSELAW. You're going to love Yvonne. Grant Showalter has over 15 years of equine bodywork and saddle fitting experience. His technique allows him to identify and alleviate tightness in muscles. He uses trigger point massage to release points of restriction. Grant has over a decade of experience fitting and adjusting a wide variety of saddles. His expertise in equine physiology, coupled with a thorough understanding of the importance of a properly fitted saddle, allows him to quickly identify and correct any balance issues. Grant can also adjust your saddle on site. Grant works on all of my competition horses, and I have noticed a significant improvement in their performance at competitions and their overall way of going. Grant's based in Ocala, Florida year-round, but regularly travels to the surrounding areas. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 484-639-4454. Welcome back to the Jon and Rick Show. We are here with Elisa Wallace, and we are in the Equa Brew segment. We're thrilled to have Equa Brew on board. Elisa, tell us all about Equa Brew.
Equa Brew is great. I have it in my barn. It's a probiotic, and it's a live probiotic, and my horses really like it, and they're happy to eat their food with it.
That's
and
right.
do you only use it because your dad brings it in?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
No, just kidding. No, it does a good job. I have some quirky horses, and it's really helped them. And then a couple of my babies, too, when they were first born. So it's been really important to have on the shelves in the feed room.
Yep, we've always got it here. Ours all eat it, too, and it's not just because of Rick. It's actually in spite of Rick sometimes.
Yeah, Equa Brew is actually superb. It's a live probiotic. The best thing about it is that Hagyard in Kentucky really backs it, and so does Park Equine.
Right.
And we're getting really large racing stables out of Kentucky that are putting 20, 30 horses on it because Japan uses it in their racing barn. It just really helps with the gut systems, and so it's great. It only makes sense for eventers to use it as well as the hunter jumpers and everybody else.
Well, especially like with all the traveling and stress we put on them, right? It's
awesome.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
They need the extra boost.
Yeah.
Do the brew.
Do the brew.
Do the brew.
I like it.
Yeah, that's been my slogan for a long time for this stuff. Do the brew, Equa
Yeah,
Brew.
Dana Cook has one like that as well. So thanks, Dana. She's a big one as well. But
Maybe make it a hash.
brickfieldnutrition.com.
Sorry.
What's that?
I didn't want to talk over you there. I'm sensitive to that now. We need like a do the brew hashtag.
Do the brew. Yeah, I like it.
That's what I hashtag when I do it. Do the brew.
There we go. Hashtag.
Yeah.
Do the brew.
Well, we'll start it.
Hashtag.
Do the brew.
All right, perfect. Cool.
Let's talk about Elisa.
Okay, let's do that. But you've got to keep it in the right place.
I
This is
didn't know where it
all
came
for
from.
presentation.
Okay,
Right there.
there you go.
Okay, don't mess with the set.
We're passing it to you, John. Let's get exciting because she's got good stuff coming up.
Yeah, okay, so we have all kinds of stuff we want to talk to you about, but the big thing we want to talk to you about, obviously, is you are going to be competing at the Road to the Horse.
Right. Yes, that's daunting and exciting all at the same time.
So I know, like, we had Tick on, and he explained a lot of this to us, but I have a terrible memory. Plus, it makes for a better show if we ask again. Okay. So walk us through, how does it work? Like, do you have the horse now? Do you get it there? How does that all go?
So for the Road to the Horse, they're provided horses through Pitchfork Ranch, which before many years, or not many, but before it was the 4-6's ranch.
Right.
So now it's Pitchfork. And so they bring in a group of 15, I think, horses, and we actually get to see them in catalog version in like December, I think.
What's the date of the competition?
Competition is March 19th through the 23rd,
Okay.
I believe. And so when we get to the competition, we get to look at the horses. We get to observe them, how they move around and stuff. And then there's a random draw that we're given. And then, like, we pick a number out of the hat. And then you have to go and pick your horse. And then you've got 3 days. In an hour and a half each day.
And when you have your hour and a half, that is like you're being watched, judged, and everything.
Correct.
That
Well,
whole
it's
time.
actually an hour 45 because there's a mandatory 15-minute rest period for the horse.
Okay.
But yes, there are certain criteria that we're judged on, like preparation for saddling, haltering, conduct of the horseman, and just how you go about training the horse. And so there's places where you could, if you're not careful, you can lose points, kind of. But so it's been interesting. I've been studying and watching all the previous years, talking to past competitors. Like pick Tick's brain.
Right.
I talked with Tick a lot, and so yeah, it's been on the bucket list, and I've been a little hesitant because it's in spring, and I'm like, oh, I've got my big horses going, and then Tick did it, and that kind of pushed me a little bit to kind of get on with it.
So do you know who the other competitors are going to be?
They did. They announced the final 3 competitor, well, including myself, 3. It's me, Ryan Rose, who is he's also a Mustang trainer, and then Nick Dowers, who I'm pretty sure he has won it in the past. He is a very, very good colt starter, and he has, they're more Western based. So
right.
Nick has ridden in reining and ranch horse and highly skilled trainer. So I got my work cut out for me, and then there's also the wild card section. So for the wild card competition that happens earlier on in the week, there's 4 competitors that are competing at the same time. And the winner of that then comes into the championship slot.
So you have 4.
So then there's 4 of us competing
gotcha.
for the championship. And then we have it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday when we compete.
So how do you get into the wild card competition? You don't know that answer?
Yeah, I don't know
Sorry,
that
shouldn't
answer.
ask
Yeah.
you. Probably an application process.
Yes, there's I think there's the application process.
So when Tick was doing it, and he won it 2 years in a row, but I did notice, and it's sort of like you in the Mustangs, that he, and like you're doing, dove into really studying what you have to do.
Mm-hmm. Knowing the rules is very important.
Like not studying what you necessarily have to do with the horses, but how you need to compete in this competition.
To get the points.
Well, yeah, it's really important to be in the moment. Again, it's a different training atmosphere being in front, you're in front of a lot of people. There's a time constraint. So horse is always the number one priority in that situation. But also being a competitor, you need to know your rules, just like, any dressage test. It'd be silly to go in with a dressage whip and get eliminated in the FEI. It's kind of like the same type of thing. You can make silly mistakes. And so it's really important to understand the rules, especially for any competition that you're competing in.
Right. And do we know like why Tick isn't in it? Does he just not want to do it this year?
I don't know.
So there's no, I guess the question I'm asking is there's no automatic slot for the person who wins it previously.
It's invitational, right?
Yeah, it's an invitational. I think I don't know. I'm just guessing. I know.
Make it sound like you're positive.
Okay.
It'll be good. I'll cut this up for a reel.
Okay. I mean, when you win it and then they want you to come back and defend your challenge the first year.
Right.
But I'm not sure I'm not sure.
So what you're saying is Tick said he didn't want to go. He was too good for it. He was big timing.
Tick didn't say that.
Tick said that.
But, yeah. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe he's busy.
Tick's too busy.
No comment, John.
Tick's too busy for Road to the Horse is what I heard. Okay. I just was curious if you knew anything on that.
No.
So my memory, if it serves me right, the RRP seems like you and Tick. Remember they did something at the RRP where they had the 3 corrals and y'all had horses that you needed to take some time and you got to figure.
Was Tick in there too?
I can't remember if Tick was there or not.
I got the rankest.
Yeah.
I got the toughest horse.
You didn't get on it. I remember that, but it's that's a way shortened version
Yeah,
of what
I did
you're
get
doing.
on it. It was just bareback.
Yeah, right.
So, but that's part of this, isn't it? You have to select the horse.
Yes.
And how do they decide the order of who? So, because I would think you'd want to be
draw.
the first one to
So
select.
for the draw, they have a hat with numbers in it.
Right.
And I keep looking at my hands.
Because you're talking with your hands.
I can't help it. He does it too.
Okay.
He does the same thing.
Yeah,
He
okay,
does
sorry.
that.
I'll look only at your eyes.
Yeah, only here. No, so they do a hat, and then whoever has the lowest number goes first.
Okay.
So the higher the number you have, the later you go.
Okay.
If I'm
So it's
remembering that correctly.
Just a draw.
Why
Yeah,
didn't
it's
they
just
just
a
put
draw.
4 numbers in there and it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's not. It's like
1,000
It's like
numbers.
1 through 20 or
I got
whatever.
you, so they can't
Yeah.
mix it up.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you pick that, and then you have on the final, like the day they're picking horses, you've got 60 seconds to go down and pick. Now, there's been a lot of studying because, like I said,
Sure.
you get to see the bloodlines of the horses, and you get to kind of study them and see a little bit of clips of them moving kind of prior to the competition.
And are they all quarter horses?
Yes.
Right.
All
Yes.
colts or fillies? and
It's
colts?
fillies this year.
All fillies.
All fillies.
All right.
So that's going to be excitingly new and different.
So is that the first year they've done
Yeah,
that?
it's normally been colts and geldings. So, yeah, you have.
What?
This chair squeaks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to sit really still.
Like, what are you whispering at me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we'll have 60 seconds to pick them, but like I said, you can research a little bit the bloodlines of the horses, like who has won. Like there's been, for instance, Tick's 2 horses are related. They're half siblings, which
The 2 horses that he won on.
the 2 horses that he won on, which
So
he
he
said he
knew.
didn't know, but I think he knew.
Sounds like he knew. Tick.
I think he knew. I think
Don't
Tick,
scam a scammer.
I think Tick knew. No, but it just goes to show that he has some ways of picking. It's kind of fun to see. So I think for me, preparing and being able to pick out Mustangs, because we don't always have the most
Sure.
we don't get to lunge them in a circle or
It's kind of
try
similar,
them.
isn't it? Like you go and you see him in a pen.
Yeah, I see them in a pen, and sometimes you're lucky if you can see it trot. I got lucky. Okay, for instance, Noden, my Mustang Classic horse.
Yep.
I got to see him come off the trailer, and he cantered 2 steps, and I was like, ooh.
Right. I saw the photo of him. That's a beautiful horse.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's a good canter.
Right.
I like that one. So that sometimes that's the only information you have, and so kind of basing it off of how the horse is reading the environment, how they're interacting with the other horses is really important. Kind of all those things kind of come into play.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, their halter broke trimmed.
Yeah, they were
3-year-olds, 2-year-olds.
They're going to be 3-year-olds, I think. So they'll be going into
they've been
the
halter and trimmed a little bit more than the
as like a
Mustangs.
weanling.
Yeah. Okay.
So
but
as
not
a
much hands-on.
No, they're out in Texas, out in the field.
They're like a quarter horse Mustang.
Yeah.
But not.
But not. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the horse. As you know, some of our domestics, when you're training them, they act like they're completely feral.
Yeah, I've had a couple that I've had in my barn for a few years that are still basically wild Mustangs.
Yeah, sometimes the wild Mustangs do better than the domestics.
Right.
About things. So I am hopeful that my experience with Mustangs kind of really helps me be prepared for this competition.
I mean, you would think it's got to help, right?
One would think.
So is part of it also like putting on a show?
I don't necessarily think about that because I'm thinking about the horse.
Right. But when you watch, I'm asking an honest question. I'm not trying to like lead you or be funny.
Sure.
When you watch previous winners, do they put on a better performance?
I think it all depends on the clinician and kind of like their style. There's some clinicians that I've watched that are very quiet and like are very subtle, and you're able to learn a lot by watching them, but they get a lot out of their horses. And then you've got some that are have a little bit more style, you could say.
But these are all clinicians you've watched that have won?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen both. I mean, you could say Tick has a very interesting style when he goes. So Tick is very different than like Mike Major, who had won it a couple of times, who is your colt starting cowboy, very kind of quiet, but he has a system to his horses. So
What does Tick do differently?
Tick's actually, it's been interesting. The English people, Tick and Vicky Wilson, and I'm like, oh, we went to school of English because we kind of start horses very similar.
Right.
So I was like, well, we never like learned from each other, but we learned from the horses and the way we learned it. So I thought that was interesting because their styles are very similar to mine.
Right.
So we do a lot of bareback work and do a lot of groundwork and play around with that and kind of go from there.
Right. So what you're saying, what I'm hearing is you're going to dominate the competition.
I mean, I want to go and be successful and do best by the horse that I have, and I'm really excited to learn some.
It's cool. It's exciting.
Stuff. Yeah,
But
it's
and
gonna
she's
be really cool.
Just because I listened to her when she talks to me. But have you practiced once already? I know you're doing some practicing and getting some input.
Right.
Rebecca Bowman.
So after
you're not going to go
classic-
cold. You're going to go try to do some stuff.
Right, yeah, so after the classic, I'm going to my friend Rebecca Bowman's, and we're going to have a couple of colts, and, I can get some practice in there. And I have a couple of my friends and my pen wrangler who will be there, Kevin Graham. So he started Mustangs the same time I did, and we cried a lot.
Right.
Not like that I said that, but we cried a lot with our first Mustangs. He's a good friend of mine, and he's done a lot of colt starting competitions.
Right.
So
you say pen wrangler. What does that mean?
So the pen wrangler is like the one person you can talk to, and that can help you while you're in the pen.
Okay.
With the horse.
While you're picking the horse.
While you're training the horse.
Okay.
And because they're also judged on the use of your pen wrangler, because it's important sometimes when we're starting horses to have someone on the ground to help you. So sometimes if you get on a horse and the horse, generally they get a little stuck. So you get on them and you're like, ooh, I can't really push because we're like a little stuck. And it can help to just have a person have a flag or indirect, and then the horse will kind of key into that, and you can get them to relate to things pretty easily with the least amount of drama.
So you get to pick your...
You get to pick your pen wrangler.
And then how did you approach him for that? Because that's a big commitment, right?
Yeah.
For him
I
to be
said,
there
hey,
for
Kevin, would you like to be my pen wrangler? And he because I told him that I had gotten invited to the Road to the Horse, and he was like, "Hey, do you need a pin wrangler?" And I was like, "Well, actually, I was going to ask you." He's like, "I was just joking." He's like, "You don't actually have to." And I was like, "No."
So he pressured you into it.
No, he didn't. He didn't even
And then
know.
that's why you're telling everybody that he cried.
No, well, I will tell people that he cried because it was funny. Because I cried too.
Wow.
So again, tell everybody when the Road to the Horse is, because what we're going to do is we're going to wind down the Equa Brew segment, and then we're going to spend the next segment talking about your Mustang Classic, which is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. What you're all about.
Tell everybody the Road to the Horse dates again.
Right. Road to the Horse is March 19th through the 23rd. And
2026.
2026, yes, that's important. And it's going to be slam-packed full with clinics to learn from and demos, and then our competitions.
So if people want to follow you for that specific competition, what's the best way that they can do that?
They can follow me on Facebook at Wallace Eventing. And also, Road to the Horse is really great.
Great.
Follow Road to the Horse. And yeah, there'll be more reels and stuff coming out that we'll be posting. So to get everybody to come, I know VIP tickets are going fast if anybody wants those. And yeah, so it should be exciting.
Cool. All right. So thank you to Equa Brew for the segment. We appreciate it. And it is like, I try to be funny sometimes, but it is truly awesome stuff, guys. I've got all my horses on it. It's really very cool. So go check out Equa Brew.
USA.com or brickfieldnutrition.com.
Perfect.
And we're on Shopify platform now, so it's really
nice.
easy to order.
I've never been on Shopify.
It's
Ooh,
actually easy to order. You don't know you're on Shopify, the platform,
Very
but
addicting.
yeah.
Okay.
It makes stuff really easy to buy.
I probably shouldn't. I get enough trouble from Jen on Amazon. So,
Yeah.
all right. We'll be right back. Just going to check in with a couple of sponsors, and we'll hear all about the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Mustang Classic.
Boom. It's going to be a classic.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Since 1950, Maison Forestier has been offering its know-how to design custom-made saddles for passionate riders. In 2016, Maison Forestier took a turn and expanded into the sports world with the goal of improving the performance of the rider-horse pair. You will find a professional, reactive, and fun team to answer your needs. And this is why I have chosen Forestier for all of my saddlery needs. Feel free to contact the saddle expert in your area for more information by visiting www.forestier.com.
Welcome back to the Jon and Rick Show. We're flexing our arms here, and we are continuing with the great stories of Elisa Wallace. And I think this segment, Elisa, we're going to designate as Mustang segment, but also the Mustang Classic that you're getting ready to leave for, which you have been preparing for a long time.
Yes.
Take us through what's going on and what happened last year, and then how you're going this year.
Well, last year was super exciting. It was one of my biggest wins to date. I was able to win with my horse Zephyr, and that was very surreal. And it was really exciting because it's the first English makeover that they've had. And Zephyr now is competing at the beginner novice with a fantastic little young rider.
I was just reading about that. That is so cool.
Yeah, so Brooke has done a great job with him, and so it's really great seeing my horses getting out there. That's the whole point behind, the mission behind the Mustang Champions and the Mustang Classic and the makeovers is to help get these horses adopted and get them out and competing.
Right.
So probably take us, because the Practical Horseman did a great article on you. It was really well done from start to finish. Mm-hmm. So you always got to start everybody as you talk through the classic of the horse that started it all for you.
Oh, that'd be Fledgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the, okay, so that's back in 2012. That was a time period when competing and eventing, my upper level horses were out from injury. and I had just young horses. And my friend at the time had been Rebecca Bowman, had been doing the Mustang things, and I had followed her and watched it, and I thought it was pretty cool. And it was always on the bucket list to, as a trainer, you're trying to get out there and show that you can train horses. So I was like, yeah, it's on the bucket list. Well, she ended up signing me up for the competition. She kind of like pushed me in a good way. And so I went and I picked up Fledge, and of course I was like, I'm not going to keep him. What am I going to do with a 13 three-hand Mustang? But about 30 days in after training him, I was like crying with the thought of losing my Fledge, because the connection with him was pretty unique. And so after the 120 days of training him, we ended up winning our makeover. And that little horse has done really well at making me a little different.
Right.
And he helped me get some of my first. Eco Gold was my first sponsor, that big sponsor that came on, which is the irony of it was that I rode bareback.
Right.
And the South had sponsor, but they've been fantastic. Eco Gold is amazing. And so after Fledge, the thing with the Mustangs is you get a little addicted to it, and you learn a lot. So I have trained now almost 30 Mustangs that I've trained.
Wow.
I
didn't realize it was that many.
I have 7 at home of my own.
Some might say you have a problem.
It's called an addiction
Right.
for a reason. They're kind of like potato chips. You can't have just one. But they're fantastic horses. They're very versatile. You can do anything with them. They come in every shape and size. And so my goal is to find one. Well, I think I have a pretty good one for this year. But my goal is to eventually have one run at the upper levels of eventing.
And that's when I saw the photo of this year's horse, which tell me his name again.
Noden.
When I saw the photo of him, like that is the stamp of an athletic horse.
Right.
Like he's got a lovely hind end. His neck comes out just right. Like he just.
Thinks I picked a good one.
It's beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the thing with Mustangs. Sometimes they can have a little bit of a short neck, but it depends on the herd. So Zephyr, who I won last year, was from the Twin Peaks herd, which is in California. Noden is from that same herd, so I really like that herd. They're pretty fun horses to train.
Now, how many are in a herd usually? Ish.
Oh, it depends. So the herd is an HMA, so a herd management area. It can range anywhere from a couple hundred to over in the thousands. And
Okay.
the BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, has to do, they're kind of in charge of managing the horses and also the environments and everything. So the impact the horses have in their population. And so that is a bit of where there's some conflict, because the horses, there's a lot of them. There's 60,000 of them out on the range, and there's another 60,000 in holding.
Right.
So they're working through figuring out how to manage them with PZP, which is a fertility control drug.
Right.
As well as, they do the capture and then they bring them in and we adopt them, but the numbers are still kind of coming in. So the best I can do is train the horses, make sure that they can have good education and get them into good homes and show people that they are worth it.
Right.
And they're a valued horse. So.
I think over the last 5 years, or maybe even 7 at the most, that the Mustang stigma is going away, that the Mustang is a great sport horse to have, and that there are Mustangs that made it to the pony finals even.
Right.
So, that I think y'all are doing your job to try to show that the Mustang is a well-versed sport horse.
Yep. They're worth it. So,
Keep going.
okay.
Rick, stand up.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Sorry, everybody.
No,
We're
just
switching
pulling that one out.
upstairs.
We're going to switch the chair.
Okay.
We're switching Rick's chair.
I told you. Every
I know.
time
I'm feeling bad for you sitting over there, like trying to
Yeah,
move.
Dad's trying not to move.
to move. Thank you.
There we go.
There we go.
Now I
right.
can frog.
Yeah. So, anyways, a fun fact about the too. So Zephyr meant a west wind, and Noden means windy day.
Ah.
So that is a little bit of a theme. And also Noden's funny because he snorts a lot. So I thought it was funny he was named for windy day.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
So you get them, you have to have them, what is it, like a minimum of 100 days and a maximum of something?
Right. So for the Classic, this is a great format because we get almost a year to train them instead of the old format, which was 120 days, which can be tough.
Sure.
On the any horse training. So horses were eligible after October 1st. I got Noden November 4th is when I picked him up. And he's a 4-year-old this year, so he's 3. So I've taken my time, made sure he's had his breaks in between.
Okay, so just sidetrack real quick before you go. You got him November 1st.
November 4th.
November 4th, that's what I said.
He was wild.
Where did you get him?
I picked him up from Rebecca Bowman's.
And where did she get him?
From the BLM.
Which is where? Like what part of the country?
Well, I mean, he was captured from California.
He wants to know how they got over here.
Well, there's
So did you go out west and find him?
No.
Okay.
No. So what happens is there's no way we can do that. There's several holding facilities that the BLM has.
Throughout the country?
Throughout the country.
Okay.
So there's some in California. There's some on the East Coast. We used to have 2. We used to have one in Illinois and another one in Mississippi, but they closed the Mississippi down. So, for whatever reason. But then you also have people who can be what's called storefronts, where they can bring horses to help us have more access, because that can be the hard part, is getting access to getting them. So
because anybody can go there and pick out a horse. It doesn't have to be somebody doing the competition.
No, anybody can go to a holding pen and adopt a horse.
Right,
$125, you can pick one out. So you can go to any of the holding pens and do that. There's also the internet adoptions online that you can bid on the horses, and I've got acquired horses that way. Because then the BLM can ship them to certain places. Like we've had a pickup before in Ocala at the pavilion.
Okay. And then there's got to be obviously some kind of like record or documentation that when you go to this competition, like, yes, this is when I got this horse, this is where I got it from.
Yes. So that's all documented. The horses are all microchipped and branded.
Okay.
So there's no like you can't switch or anything. Like they check the microchips of the horses when you're there. And throughout the competition, you're having to give progress reports with pictures of the horse. And
okay, so like even before you get to the actual competition.
Yes.
Got it.
So we do 2 progress reports on the horse, and they made it mandatory that you have to compete it at some show, so people are prepared.
Okay.
Like I compete my horses a fair amount before I go to Kentucky, so they're prepared for the Kentucky. But people sometimes that are first time training horses don't know that.
Right.
So it's a really good format to help educate people in training a first time horse for a competition. But yes, we have to do that.
So it's more about the holistic. It's a very different competition.
Yes.
It's about the whole year and putting it in and producing the horse and producing a horse for this competition as opposed to finding one and training it during the other competition.
Right. And
that's cool.
The latest you could adopt one was, I think, the end of April. So, for instance, my student Megan, her horse we got in April.
Right.
So he was wild before that. And so he has a shorter amount of training, but it's still...
And the
He's a good boy.
The one you won last year, Zephyr, was February.
At the end of February is when I got him.
And anybody that didn't watch last year's Mustang Classic, go watch her freestyle because it was super.
It fit his
I'm not just
personality.
saying that; it was really good.
Yeah, no, I watched it. It was super. When you so what is the date of the competition?
The date of the competition
Now.
is, we leave tomorrow.
Okay.
So Thursday this airs. What happens on Thursday there?
Thursday is when dressage starts.
So
go check it out. Where
Yeah.
do they see that?
They can
Where
see
do
it
I
on
see that?
Ride TV is doing live
Okay.
coverage of it.
Okay.
And also, I believe the website is Mustang Classic 25.
And can anybody enter this?
Yes.
It's not an invitational. So how many people on average are competing in this thing?
For this, last year we had 61. This year, I think there's around 40-ish.
And is it cutthroat competition? Are people friendly when they're competing there? Do they keep to themselves? What's it like?
We all want to win. I mean, it's $50,000. Everybody wants to win $50,000. Everybody has.
So
a
do
dream.
you go sabotage other people's tack?
Everybody is
with
really
the
supportive.
stitching on their bridles, stuff like
They're
that.
very competitive.
Okay.
They're very competitive.
So you don't have a competitor part where you all hang out that you could
There's groups
the person
no,
next
we
to you
get to all
drinking.
see your friends again. All of us the Mustang community is a pretty close community. So everybody likes to support everybody, and so it's really fun to see everyone again and to see their horses. And
there's some really nice horses that go through there. Last year I fell in love with this 14 one-hand.
what's that, Sam Rocks?
Yeah. Love that horse. But really nice horses. It was really cool. Last year's inaugural. This year's the second year. So they're doing it a little bit different this year, right? So
Correct.
So tell us what the competition is and how it takes place.
So this year last year they had a phase of it. So they had the working eck in there, but you could choose between working eck and cross country. Well, I chose cross country because that's what I do.
Right.
So we did dressage. You could pick your phase, and then you also had to do show jump, and then that's what determined the top 10 from there went to the finals. This year we have to do dressage, working eck, and a show jumping round.
So explain working eck to John because he doesn't know what that is.
Working eck comes from the Spain with the matadors and stuff.
The Spain?
The Spain, sorry. Comes from Spain.
I love it.
Yeah, the Spain. It derives from that, so it's actually very cool, but...
And hard.
Yeah, horses are very well trained. So it's basically dressage with obstacles based upon, what's it called? Matador, bullfighting.
So
Yes.
they have a bridge, they have a gate, they have these things they weave through.
So kind of like competitive trail riding.
Kind of, but it's also based on your horse's frame, how square your halts are,
I would fail at
how
that.
relaxed the horse is. All those things play into the score of it.
So I watched them practice, and it's it's pretty tough to do.
It sounds hard.
But the weird thing is,
It makes them very handy.
I struggled putting my phone on a jump standard.
But right after I watched y'all on Facebook, I saw the
upper levels?
Yes.
Oh, they're amazing.
I was
It's
told
addicting to watch.
It's very amazing.
And
So
then,
do you know the exact pattern you're going to have so you can practice it exactly?
So I don't know the pattern that they're going to give us, and that's the other thing to understand, to wrap your brain around, is all the different obstacles and rules. Basically, the rules are kind of like for us in jumping. Red on right is how you enter the obstacle. However, there's lots of ways to get eliminated, and you don't want to get eliminated because, again, you want a number, not a letter.
Right.
So being well-versed, we went to a working at clinic, which was really helpful. And yeah, I was glad I did that because learning the patterns and how to get the best out of your horse, you have to open up a rope gate. You have to ring a bell back through an L chute. For our level that we're doing for this one, we have to show at least 3 strides of canter. And so it's going to be interesting.
Because the obstacles are all close together.
They're all close together. And you have to make sure, if you haven't done, it's kind of like eventing, like if you cross your tracks, you can be eliminated.
Right, lots of rules.
So what's called the bull line, where we have to pick up the garacha pole and you stick it through a ring on the bull.
Right.
So we built a bull at home so our horses could get used to seeing this big black thing.
Right.
Because I have been on other horses that have seen a big black thing before and run the other way.
Right.
So the bull, but our horses are pretty good on that. But they're going to be judged on how straight they stay, keep the line, and we have to do it at a trot. So you have to pick up the pole at the trot, stick it through.
When I was in 4-H, we did the thing where we had a pool cue and you galloped around. You had
That's
to catch.
jousting.
No, it was rings.
Oh yeah,
hanging.
the rings.
Oh yeah, the ring
The hanging
thing.
rings.
Yeah,
It's
I was
that-
very
it's
good at
like
it. If you need
that.
any help,
Okay.
just
One
saying.
day, hey, we can bring our stuff over here and we can. It
They
really
leave,
gets
they
them
leave
trained.
tomorrow.
Well, maybe call Megan and get her over here. Let's do this.
I think Jon needs to do a working Eq course with some of his horses. That would be really fun.
Oh, it would
to
not
watch.
go well at all.
It'd be great. They'll get really well. They'll get
No, they'll
handy
get-
by the end.
They'll get worse.
So the cool thing as they go up there is it's a large purse. She won $50,000 last year. So I think you made the point that of all the years of competing, that's the largest sum you've ever
Absolutely.
won.
The
That's
Mustangs,
amazing.
I've won the most.
So I'm just going to say, you won last year. You chose to do the cross country.
I did.
And then they changed the rules
They
did.
did.
because they were like, Elisa's too hard to beat.
No.
Let's change the game.
No.
That's what I'm hearing.
I don't think a lot of people were prepared for the cross country. Is kind of
I'm just saying.
reason.
I'm just saying. It seems like you dominated, and they're trying to squeeze
I
you
didn't.
out.
I didn't even win the jumping round. I won the dressage round.
Why can't you play along?
I can't
when
help
do you leave?
We leave tomorrow morning.
And how much stuff are you taking with you?
Oh my gosh, it's more than a 3-day. Because you have to have all your props for if you make the final.
Right.
So that's the stressful part, because you think there's a lot of stuff that you take when you're going to a 3-day when you were taking like 4 horses. Now
What's your theme
multiply
this year?
it. I can't give that away.
Come on, you can tell us. We want.
No, I'll tell you after the cameras are off. I'll show
Well, this
you.
doesn't air. This doesn't air until Thursday.
No, I'm not gonna know. Mm-mm.
Can you give us a guess, like a hint?
If we guess, will you tell us?
Sure.
Okay, hint.
A hint?
Just tell us.
I wear a suit.
You wear a suit.
She was Willy Wonka last year.
Right, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, we each get a guess, and if we get it right,
She wears a suit.
and her horse's
Liza
name is
Minnelli.
Noden, and he's a beautiful
Big black-
black stallion-looking horse with a cresty neck. I'm a little bit at a loss here.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's
Well,
okay.
we'll see it in the finals.
Yeah, you will, hopefully. Fingers
So
crossed.
you're a magician.
No.
Well,
Well, I mean,
before-
I am, but
As
like-
this winds down, if I remember right, what's the point scales then? So you have the dressage, the
I don't
you don't
remember.
know how they pull it all together.
I mean,
for the
I
final.
do if I was looking at my sheet.
Right. But what they do is they take the 3, they
take
do the
three.
totals.
They have equalized it to where the way they're doing it this year is for each division, your place, the points you're given. So if you win dressage, you get 100 points.
Right.
If you win working
You
act,
get
you get
100
100 points. And if you win,
Got it.
so and then it goes down from there,
Okay.
and then that's how they calculate who is going into the top 10, which that makes complete sense. So,
Yeah.
Right.
Very good. Well, I'm excited for you.
I actually didn't realize you were leaving tomorrow.
yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I know your dad made you, but I still appreciate you
I
could have.
didn't make her, but I did send her a text this morning after you called. I said, remember,
I had forgotten.
she goes, oh my gosh, I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I called Rick.
He always calls me.
So yeah, that's true. But thank you, because I know that's a lot to deal with coming over here.
Oh,
and
we're
doing
like
this.
packed. We're all good.
You're better than me then. So
Well, I've got my 2 other girls who've been stressing.
perfect.
So we've been focusing on this for a while now. So
Cool. Well, good luck.
thank you.
Go win again.
Fingers
Win,
crossed.
win. You can
That's-
take us to dinner
No
when you get
pressure.
back.
No pressure.
Yeah, like
Then she's got to come back and get ready for stable view.
right, right. Well, cool. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Early congratulations on your defending of your championship from last year, and we'll be checking in all weekend. Rick will be watching Burley, but I'll be watching.
Oh, I'm glad I have the support.
I'll be watching for sure.
I'll be
That's
watching
great.
her. She's on our time.
Yeah.
Burley's
You
early.
can watch Burley in the morning.
I'll be watching Burley
as
in
well.
the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's going to be an exciting week. So much going on. We really appreciate Elisa being here. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a great show. Thank you to Horse Trailer Pros, as always. Such a great sponsor. And again, if you guys have anything going on with your trailers, or you want to make sure nothing's going wrong with your trailers,
Take it to Horse Trailer Pros.
exactly. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.